Formal or informal? Which do you prefer? As a business owner, you are responsible for a great deal of things, all components of your business. Yet some things you formally insure, and other things you choose to informally insure. The difference is oftentimes what you can afford. Because if you informally insure exposures, then your operating company is ultimately responsible for that loss in making it whole. Where captive insurance becomes so valuable is we can now insure formally previously informal lines of coverage. Let me give you an example. Trade credit, or otherwise referred to as accounts receivable insurance. You may have a subcontractor, and if they don't perform what they're supposed to do, you may have to chase them down to collect from them. And you may even have a collection department to go through that process. And ultimately, if you're not able to collect, then you could write that off. That's informally addressing accounts receivable. Why not formally take on that risk by prepaying premiums for that specific line of coverage, accounts receivable, and then once you go through that process, then you have funds in reserve to make you whole. Specifically, I have a client that, unbeknownst to them, they subcontracted out work. They received a check from that subcontractor on a Monday, and on Tuesday, when they went to cash that check, it was no good, and that company went bankrupt. They were out over $1 million. Fortunately for them, in their one of two captive insurance companies, they had trade credit coverage. They were able to file a claim, and they were made whole. It was critical to their operation, and formally, they had coverage for that, and formally, they had their link to security.
Created using Powtoon.